if you're watching this, there's a good chance that you're breathing, which is great. But with all the stress of, gosh, I don't know, living in the midst of a global pandemic, not to mention the various pressures of work and family and confined spaces, and maybe some of us just also ran out of chocolate and ice cream last night, it's easy to overlook the ways in which our body tells us that we're stressed. Luckily, noticing your breathing pattern works both ways. It can help you take a temperature check on how you're doing, and it acts as a backdoor way to help your body, and by extension your mind, to feel calmer. And bonus, there are major digestive and pelvic health benefits as well. You can do this in sitting, standing, or lying down. One position might feel easier than another, so switch positions until you find what works best for you right now. I'm going to show this in sitting for today. You're going to put your feet flat on the floor, and you're going to sit so that you are in a neutral hip pelvic position, meaning you're not slouched back, you're not arched forward, you're just kind of right on those sits bones, on your ischial tuberosities. I'm going to use the Hawaii State Flower, the yellow hibiscus pins, to help you see what we're talking about. You're going to put one hand on your chest, and let me just move this so you can see, and then one hand on the belly. Now, I want you to breathe into the top hand. Now I want you to see if you can breathe into the bottom hand. The hand on your chest might rise a bit as well, as long as it does this evenly at the same time as the lower hand. That's totally fine. But if breathing into the top hand feels more normal to you, there's a good chance that this is how you breathe a lot of the time. It also means that you're using the muscles of the neck and the shoulders to pull air into the lungs. So if you have a lot of chronic tension in those areas, this breathing pattern might be a really good thing to pay attention to. These breaths also promote better digestion and elimination when you breathe down here, because they act as a bit of an abdominal massage. So if you hear your belly gurgling, it's a great sign that you're doing the exercise properly. This type of breathing is actually one of the first things I work on with my chronically constipated patients. Now, bonus round. Take both of your hands and put them on your lower rib cage, so right at the bottom, right just above your waist. I want you to take a breath in, keeping the shoulders down and relaxed. What we're really aiming for here is a 360-degree breath. So you want this to be moving from the front, the back, and the sides, okay? What that means is that you are expanding and contracting in the same way, evenly around the whole body. So step one, get the breath lower down. Step two, make it circular, 360 degrees all the way around the body. Take time to do at least 10 to 15 of these breaths a day if you are able to, or check in throughout the day regularly just for a breath or so, like before going to bed at night. You will be amazed to realize how often you are not breathing into the belly, keeping the belly tensed, or breathing really shallowly during the day. These belly breaths also stimulate the vagus nerve, which is part of our parasympathetic or rest and digest nervous system, which helps calm the body, helps release muscle tension, and they're also useful for mobilizing the abdominal muscles and the fascia. So like after a surgery, if there's a lot of restriction in the abdomen. It also helps relax and re-coordinate the movement of the pelvic floor muscles and improves circulation and lymphatic drainage at the pelvis. So what's not to love? Send me a note at thepelvicpt.com. Let me know how it goes or if you have any questions. I read every reply, and I'm looking forward to hearing how it goes for you. Happy breathing!